Part 2 is very important, that how we can add the questions to this specific feedback activity. To this we just need to click on this feedback, and then we will click on edit questions. When we click edit question, so here is the part where we can add questions over there. So we need to click add question button here, and it will be drag down list. So there are different kind of options that we can select. Usually maybe we can go with longer text answers, multiple choice questions, or multiple choice rated, or numeric answers, short text answers, or maybe we can get answers in terms of text or media as well. So for example, usually we go with the multiple choice in the kind of feedback question. So we will select, let's say for our question 1, we will select multiple choice. So when we select multiple choice, now here is the part where we can write our question. If we make this question required to fulfill or to answer, we will just go with the check to this required option. Okay, so maybe the first question is, what is your what we can say opinion about this course, or something like, what is your what we can say, maybe we can write that, what is the fraction level of this course, something like that. So whatever the question we can write here. Okay, move for further use of this question, or maybe for making attachment of this question to another questions, like let's say if student answer best, or student answer highly satisfied or highly dissatisfied, and if we want to attach or want to get response from the student, that in the case if student answer highly dissatisfied, and then the next question will move to highly dissatisfaction reasons. But if student answer highly satisfied, so student need to move to another question, other rather to the dissatisfied, move to what are the reasons of highly satisfied. So if we make some dependent questions, so it's better to label all the questions for with a specific name or coding. So let's say we will just label it Q1, right? And then the type is multiple choice, adjustment is vertical, right? So we just need to make it like this, and here are the options. So the first one is like highly dissatisfied. So whatever the scale we can use, we will be just write down here. Neutral, satisfied, highly satisfied. So we will write down the scale numbers or scale points that we want to get the answer from, right? So this is the position of the question. The position of the question is number 1. Then we will go for the save changes. So this is question number 1 that is already created here, right? Now we, if let's say the next question that we want to create is depends on the answer of the question 1, like if student select highly dissatisfied, and we want to learn, would want to see what are the reasons of the student that he is highly dissatisfied, or if we want to see the reasons of highly satisfied students, so we call them like dependent questions, right? If we want to create a dependent questions, so remember that we need to add a page break before and after the dependent questions, right? So let's say if we want to create a dependent question that is based on the answers of question 1, so first we create the page break here, right? So now we can see here is a page break. Now we are going to create the dependent questions. We will get like short text answer that is based on question 1. So maybe this is also required, and we will write that state reasons of high dissatisfaction, let's say, right? And we will label it dissatisfaction reasons, right? So the text field is 30 feet, maximum character is 255. We can change it as well. So it dependence is on q1. So that is the label that we already given to our question number 1. So here the label will be used. So we will select the dependency on q1, and the value is highly dissatisfied, right? So if any student answer highly dissatisfied, so this question will appear, right? So we'll go to the change, save changes. Now we can see uh, the question is already created here. So again we need to add a page break after a dependent question, right? So again, if we want to go with the question like the same, if student answer highly satisfied, so maybe we can add that one, or maybe we move to another normal question. So here I'm going to move another normal question. So that is what is your uh, level of satisfaction about the lecture delivery, right? So let's say this is also a required question. I will label it like q2, right? Also multiple choice adjustment will be vertical, and height don't no selected option, no need. So here we will also go with the same options that student need to select. Highly dissatisfied, dissatisfied, neutral, satisfied, and highly satisfied, right? So these are my just exemplary questions. So maybe you can add your own type of question what you want to ask from the students through feedback. So let's see, if I don't want to make this question dependent on q1 or satisfied reason, so I just let it like to the choose option, and then go with the save changes. So now here we have let's see, already created the questions here. This is a question 1, and then page break, then a dependence question. It is already mentioned and depends on q1 highly dissatisfied option, and then this is a normal question again. So let's see, these are the two questions that we want to create. Now let's see, we want to check is it working or not. So just click back to course. Now we are here at our main page, right? And then to check it, let's see, we are going to change the role, switch role, and click like student. So our platform, our page will behave like how student will see this option. So to check the course feedback, just click on this feedback and start answering the questions. So here is the first question that we have created. Let's say I click highly dissatisfied. So if we click next page, So the required question will come, state reasons of high dissatisfaction, right? So I will write out some reasons. Or maybe if I, let's say, answer highly satisfied, so the next page is not going to that question. It will skip that question and move to Q2, which is about the level of satisfaction about lecture delivery, right? So this is a submit answer button. So student will click on this and then submit this feedback. So I will try my best to make this video to make understand that how we can use feedback activity in by using Moodle platform, and how we can create a feedback to get feedback or comments from the students. So I hope it is much clear, but still if you have any question you can just contact me. Thank you very much, have a good day.